So they were always quite rare, and especially if it got popular, 2,000 people would be fighting after basically 4 or 5 records. So the values were, I mean, I think the most I paid was about 12 quid, which doesn't sound a lot, but I was only on 15 quid a week then, so it was like nearly a week's wages on one record, but I just had to have it. I had my bus fare home, or enough to get a pie and a brew, but it was 3 quid for the fantastic Johnny C, Don't Depend on Me. And I remember like partying with my last 3 quid for that ASO, this record. But then I got out in the morning, somebody'd nicked my sheepskin. It was a gay scouse actually, with a scar like this, that had attempted to kiss me. This might sound weird, but I shot off to Ems, and when I come back, my sheepskin had gone, my money had gone, but I still had my copy of Fantastic Johnny C. And I had to walk home then, but worth it. I bought one once, I can't remember what it was, but it was warped. It was really, you know, the needle was like, and it sounded awful. And somebody told me that what you're supposed to do is soak it in warm water and put it under a book and it'll flatten it. So I soaked it in boiling water and just come out this blob. So that was about a fiver wasted. When my baby comes back home, I'm gonna give her the news that it's a quitting time. It's quitting time. Sit at home all alone, trying to prove I'm faithful. But she runs all over town. Ooh, she's so ungrateful. Northern Soul was not about sex. I mean, I'm sure there were people that were lucky enough to have sex during the era of Northern Soul. I was not one of them, but you know, there's a sense in which it wasn't a sexualised scene. You didn't take a partner. You weren't trying to dance for the purposes of kind of sexual conquest.
Majority of the people on the floor were blokes. Still a lot of women going, but a lot of the blokes just dancing, and that was a sheer, you know, it just took you back. You thought, my God, you know, what's all this about? You know, this is not what happens.
It was actually about display in a different way. I don't think it was a hugely sexualised scene, but some of the dancing was absolutely out of this world. I mean, unbelievably out of this world. I remember when I was quite young coming into the scene, still a teenager, and I remember going to a club. It was not the Wigan, it was not Wigan actually, but the first time I saw this guy, although he did go to Wigan a lot, and I remember seeing this guy. His name was Booper, he was called. Frankie knew, he was a guy from Warrington, and this guy, he just threw himself up in the air, a really fit guy, really tough guy, threw himself up in the air, and as he hit the ground, he just went into this aeroplane spin with his hands like that, and he just spun round. And you're just thinking, you know, I used to think to myself, NASA, the science research organisation, are putting billions of pounds and dollars into trying to invent this thing that will drill through the surface of the moon, and he's from Warrington.
You used to think, oh, I'm getting quite good at this, and then you